Cheers, cracking. Is it noisy? I don't know. Bleep, 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 bleep. It's somehow louder now. Maybe slower, more calm. Should I do that line again? Probably. That's not correct. Authentic. What do I do with my hands? Okay, this had better be head focus. Is everything still rolling? Sorry, Tegan. Oh, God. My name is Renee Yoxon, and I'm a disabled and non-binary singer, songwriter, teacher, and founder of the Right to Sing Award. On September 1st, I'm releasing my 4th album, Beautiful Alchemy.
A little bird told me that you want to hold me again. The sunlight is sinking and my phone is blinking again.
This album is an original soundtrack to director Tegan Lance's documentary film of the same name, which will also be released on September 1st. But let me back up and tell you the whole story. In the fall of 2017, Tegan Lance approached me and asked me if I would be the subject of her MFA thesis film, a documentary portrait of a non-binary artist. In Tegan's words, the project would be a positive film made by queer and trans people for queer and trans people.
'Cause even though you're right across the table from me, darling, I could wail and I could shout, I could let myself cry out. You'd go on drinking coffee and never ask me to explain.
We filmed between January and August of 2018, which was an important transitional time in my life. It was both the final semester of my jazz degree at McGill and the summer before my year abroad where I would study songwriting in Ireland. In January of 2018, I had also been asked by sound recording student Philip Talk to record a series of original songs for his graduate project.
If storms keep blowing down your door, you'd thank the Lord if things are only miserable. And love and make be commonplace like breaking bread or saying grace, but some have hungry souls. Ooh.
Tegan came and documented both overnight recording sessions, and the songs eventually became the soundtrack to her film. In addition to our studio time, Tegan documented my McGill graduate recital, the birth of a new stick and poke tattoo, the creation of the music video for the single Terrible Alchemy, which she also directed, and interviews conducted in my home.
What a meadowlark sees in a man, with a woman who's only a phone call away, that he's lying to.
We had many conversations about the intersection of disability and transgender issues as they have impacted me, my life, and my career. As a result, I became more aware of my desire to use my music and my voice as a teacher to connect with and uplift disabled and transgender people like me. In September of 2019, I launched the Right to Sing Award, a needs-based scholarship program created to give free voice lessons to disabled and/or transgender people.
In the tender hour of twilight, you're so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. In the tender hour of twilight, you're so pretty, so pretty, so pretty.
In that month, I raised nearly $1,000, and through the course of the year, I was able to give 20 free lessons to 10 people who would not have been able to afford them otherwise. This September, all Bandcamp proceeds from the Beautiful Alchemy soundtrack will go directly to the Right to Sing Award. This album is the result of a lot of queer, trans, and disabled creativity and kindness, and I'm really happy to see it go on to help more disabled and trans folks in turn.
I rambled into town, all dressed in black, with a hitch in my walk, and pale moonlight longing at my back.
Beautiful Alchemy, both the film and the original soundtrack, will be released this September 1st. The film will be available by donation through Tegan's website, and the album will be available across all digital platforms. I invite you to join Tegan and I for a celebratory live stream on YouTube at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on September 1st. We'll be listening to the tracks, chatting about our story, and answering your questions.
Start to rage and blow, but I can't say no, 'cause I'm addicted to the way it feels. I can't say no, 'cause I'm addicted to the way it feels.
We'll also be joined by Haley Gilchrist, who created the projections in the Terrible Alchemy music video, Philip Talk, who engineered both the album and the film audio, and Matt Schultz, who plays guitar on the album. All the links you need are in the description below. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye! This is much harder now that I know someone else is going to watch this. I hope this is remotely usable. You'll have to tell me, and I can always do it tomorrow morning if it's not. It's absolutely no hair continuity. I apologize.